Time to go to traffic. Jillian smiling. I don't know if it's because it's Friday or because traffic is not too bad tonight.
Well, I think it's because it's Friday, because we do have a traffic alert on 75 westbound on Alligator Alley. There was a 3-vehicle rollover with injuries. We're told that this accident was in the eastbound lanes, but the westbound lanes are the ones that are shut down. So if you're waiting for someone to come from the East Coast via Alligator Alley, they're going to be severely delayed. And if you're headed to the East Coast, traffic is going to be very slow going getting there. Now, in our neck of the woods in Estero on 41 and Williams Road, there was a crash with some roadblock that's going to slow you down in both north and southbound lanes of 41. And in Lee County on College Parkway and US 41, we're told that there is a wreck there. There's no roadblock, but you can expect some onlooker delays. That's your NBC2 traffic alert.
NBC2's traffic alert is sponsored.
But it's going to be a nice 4th, of course. We're here in Southwest Florida, so we can go to the beach and enjoy it. Here's Jillian Wyndham with your traffic alert.
That's right. Thank you, Morgan, and good afternoon. Well, most of our traffic issues are happening on I-75 in the northbound lanes. Let's start with Collier County. Exit 101, we had a pretty major crash earlier, but that is since clearing up. There was some lane blockage, but right now it looks like you'll have a little bit of stop and go, but you can get around that. And then a little bit further north in Estero, just south of the Corkscrew Road exit at 122, we have a crash in those northbound lanes. But the rest of Lee County is looking good. Just a minor slowdowns on Colonial Boulevard east and westbound due to normal rush hour traffic. And then in Charlotte County, we have a crash on the on-ramp to Kings Highway on 75. And then also we have a crash blocking some of the part of the intersection on Midway and Harbor Boulevard. That's your NBC2 traffic alert.
Next week, I can hardly wait. How about you, Jillian?
You know, I'm just trying to get through the cold weather. I hardly have any sweaters at all. This is torture. But thank you very much, Jim. And good afternoon. Well, we're tracking the roads around Southwest Florida that are going to slow you down this Wednesday afternoon. Let's start in Collier County. On Golden Gate Parkway and Coronado Parkway, there is a crash with injuries, and we're told that there's roadblock on Golden Gate Parkway, but we're not sure which direction yet. So it's going to be slow going whichever direction you're going. That's between Santa Barbara Boulevard and Sunshine Boulevard near Collier. And taking a look at I-75 and 41, those are both accident-free in Lee, Collier, and Charlotte counties. But in Lee County on Hancock Bridge Parkway and Orange Grove Boulevard, there's a crash in the clearing stages. They're just waiting for a tow truck. And in Fort Myers on Cypress Lake Drive and Summerlin Road, there's also a crash in the clearing stages. It shouldn't slow you down, though. That's your NBC2 traffic alert.
NBC2.
Good afternoon. Of course, we all know about the Cape Coral flooding, and is advised if you live in Cape Coral to just stay at home or stay at work until some of these waters and flooding has subsided. But if you do have to go out, let's take a look at some areas to avoid. FMPD just reported a crash on Colonial Boulevard and Ortez with some minor roadblock, so look out for that. And then let's take a look at Cape Coral. We have a Coronado Parkway in the westbound lanes at Del Prado Boulevard is closed right now due to some flooding. There's a lot of flooding activity on Del Prado Boulevard, especially at Beach Parkway. We're told that the whole 1700 block is flooded out. Also southeast 17th Street. And also patches in Cape Coral Parkway are not good as well. And of course your car can stall at about 6 inches of water. We also have some flooding in the Santa Barbara Boulevard and southeast 47th Street intersection. And then again, we have a traffic light out at Gleason Parkway and Santa Barbara Boulevard. We also have a crash on I-75 in the southbound lanes at Corkscrew Road and in the southbound lanes in Punta Gorda at mile marker 151. No roadblock, just onlooker delays. That's your NBC2 traffic alert.
Now let's go over to Jillian Wyndham. A bit busy afternoon in the Traffic Alert Center.
That's right. Thank you, Morgan. Good afternoon. We're taking a look at your drive, and if you're in Charlotte and Collier counties, you're good. But we've been talking about this Lee County crash in the southbound lanes of Summerlin Road at Colonial Boulevard. Right now, the southbound lanes are closed in Summerlin Road, so you'll have to use an alternate route, which could be US 41 or McGregor Boulevard. We have a live shot right there, and it looks like we have deputies on scene. The Fort Myers Police Department. They're there directing traffic for you. You're probably wondering how this is going to affect your commute on the Midpoint Bridge, so let's take a look at our NBC2 view, and it looks like traffic is moving just fine. That's right in the middle of the bridge in the east and westbound lanes. And let's go back to our traffic alert navigator at a crash on I-75 southbound at Corkscrew Road. You'll experience just a little bit of stop and go traffic as a vehicle accident is off to the side. That's your NBC2 traffic alert.